Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have ourselves a 1v1 on Crossing in the Woods.
A new infantry section is ready for battle.
Our heroes today are going to be Mr. VindicareX playing as the British forces in the blue. And his opponent is going to be Bert, playing as the OKW forces in the pink or purple trunks, depending your preference. That's about it. Not much else left to say. Thanks for watching. No, I'm just kidding. Not a lot going on right now. We're just going to see them both open up. Yeah, I mean, this is just a regular game. Nothing from the ESL. Like I said on the last video, I'll try and cast games from that, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to cast every game I find, nor am I only going to cast those. So yeah, this is just a random replay over at CoH2.org, and yeah, hopefully it's a good one. Players are decently high ranked. I mean, obviously VindicareX, we've seen him time and time again. Very, very good player. I wonder if he's actually participating in the tournaments. Not sure, but again, don't even want to bother looking it up. So anyways, let's take a look at what's going on. We saw VindicareX getting himself another infantry section, which is par for the course. Usually you see 2 or 3 or even more. And he does get himself the Vickers heavy machine gun, setting it through the center of the map. Currently has both of his infantry sections over on the left. Over on the right-hand side, we do see the Kubelwagen on the field for Mr. Bert being utilized to cap. Remember, that got changed on one of the recent patches, and it's now essentially a capping unit. It lost its suppression capabilities. Obviously, it still shoots. It has that gun, and it can do damage, but it can no longer be utilized as a MG, essentially. Both Grenadiers in the center, getting harassed there by the MG. They do set themselves up in heavy cover as they set it up on the flag to cap, allowing them to take the damage and not get suppressed. Kubelwagen moving up, getting the damage going on the Vickers machine gun, and the Vickers is going to be forced to probably end up retreating in total. Third infantry section on the field for VindicareX, going to be moving straight to the center. Over on the left-hand side, we have both of the infantry sections currently set up behind the sandbags, taking shots at the Volksgrenadiers inside this almost collapsed house. It is still, though, a decent amount of cover there for the Volks. Ooh, wow, sorry. As it does have 3 windows in that direction, so it allows them to output a decent amount of damage. So the Vickers machine gun did backpedal and set itself up in the sandbags, allowing it to have the heavy cover and still be able to shoot. Manages to get a good angle there on the Volksgrenadiers as it catches a couple of them outside of the range of the sandbags and manages to get the suppression going. Infantry sections closing the distance, getting on top of the Volksgrens, forcing the retreat. And away they go behind the line. Storm Pile squad for Bert, trying to go for the flank on the MG. The MG does pack up and retreat, but it is now leaving the field open. Bert has gone for 3 Volks in total, plus his Kubelwagen, so a decently heavy investment in that 0 tech. So we'll see what he follows up with. Kubelwagen from the right-hand side, still moving back up to harass. Like I said, it does not have the ability to suppress like it did before, but it's still, you know, very capable of shooting and killing, so obviously it will take damage to small arms fires, as you can see, almost going down by itself. And we'll need some repairs. Storm piles are nearby and can potentially help, but I mean, it's going to be a little bit tough. VindicareX, though, for his part, has teched up. He got himself the platoon command post, and from that comes a Royal Engineer squad. Center map Volksgrenadier is going to be capturing the point. We do have a medical supplies being popped on one of the infantry sections. And considering what we've seen in the past, it is likely that all of them are actually just going to be popping their medical supplies eventually, you know, allowing continuous healing for all. Because, of course, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It just has a cooldown, so may as well. You can't heal while in combat. As you see here, the squads are shooting, so now they're unable to get any healing benefits. But, you know, it was nice for the time that they did, and it allows them to move up a little bit healthier. So we do have the supply half-track on the field for Bert. That, of course, means that he's going to tech, because remember that you do not get the supply half-track for free anymore. You basically have to call it in and then build, you know, a building. deploy it, essentially, afterwards. So we see the Mechanized Regiment headquarters going down for Bert. Not a bad place for it to be, considering it is not, you know, like the battle group headquarters. That one you will maybe want to set it up a little bit further forward to have that, maybe not even the retreat point, but the ability to reinforce and heal further up on the line. But with that one, I mean, you can easily back up the vehicles into range and have them repair. Anyways, infantry section getting caught in a very, very bad spot, going down immediately. VindicareX not even hitting retreat. He is currently engaged down south as the storm piles are wrecking their Royal Engineers. The Royal Engineers do manage to hold their grounds, as we do have the other two infantry sections fighting the storm piles, almost taking them down to 2 health, very low. I mean, 2 men, very low in health. Oh, manages to snipe it at the last moment. Nice pickup there for VindicareX. Does end up having to retreat with everything off the field. Maybe wasn't exactly necessary, but he would have taken, you know, some losses and lost the engagement regardless, because that is 3 Volksgrenadier squads and a Kubelwagen. So yeah, I mean, the retreat is what would be the word? It's kind of hard to think of the word. Not required would be granted. No, would be.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
I do not speak English good. Whatever. Anyways, it was a good move. Is what I'm trying to say. Was the river like drained in a recent patch, or if it's just not showing the water for me? I think it's just not showing the water, right? Yeah, you can see there it has water effects, but I guess it's just not rendering. That's kind of weird because I can see the water over here. Yeah, I think it got drained. Regardless, doesn't matter too much. Anyways, left-hand side, we see VindicareX pushing heavily with pretty much all he's got. He does have a Royal Engineer squad following up. Still going in that direction, so yeah, pushing heavily on the left-hand side. Bert, for his part, is getting himself a rocket and warfare, anticipating some type of vehicle play and making sure that he has something to cover that. And we also see him getting a Lux from the Mechanized Regiment headquarters, because remember, that got changed to that tech. Now, we do see VindicareX, however, setting himself up with a Bofors emplacement over on the left-hand side. Royal Engineers going to work heavily, and with that, he's going to be able to secure this location quite heavily. Although, I mean, Bert does have some answers to that. Unfortunately, though, he would need to tech because he doesn't have anything like the infantry support gun to hit with indirect fire. And I'm assuming the rocket and warfare doesn't outrange this, does it? I don't think it does. Haven't actually had too much of a chance to look at it. After the early changes on the Bofors, nobody seemed to be wanting to use it afterwards. Royal Engineers closing the distance right on top of those, those Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers running themselves straight into a mine, blowing up and losing their Shrek. Squad getting completely wiped. An unfortunate retreat path there for Bert, but a very nice placement in hindsight for Mr. Vindicare. The Bofors set up and defending the zone over here on the left-hand side. The Lux is going to be running itself into range of it, so I would assume the Bofors is going to respond in kind. Nope. Doesn't spot it. Volksgrenadiers are going to be the one running into it. But the Lux...
An emplacement is being attacked.
What was that? Damn, I missed that. So Bofors doing quick work of the Volksgrenadiers over on the left-hand side, almost taking them out completely. But, sorry, I'm writing down about the explosion to see what the hell that was. You already saw it, but yeah, something blew up here, and I don't know what it was. Oh, it seems to be the Kubelwagen. Ah, there we go. Well, anyways, I'll catch that and you know, you already saw it, so haha. Anyways, AT gun on the field for VindicareX. He selects his Doctrine, and that is the Royal Engineer Regiment.
Hang on, chaps. Orders.
Which gives it the stand fast, which allows it to repair, you know, the British emplacements essentially, and a lot of other things. Can also designate a command vehicle, which we saw used once, but again, it's not a doctrine that we've been seeing a lot of use of. More about the Vanguard operations with the Croc and shit. Anyways, Lux moving into the center, taking some shots at those infantry sections. Infantry sections are taking some cover there by the tank trap, allowing them to withstand a little bit of punishment. However, they take a lot of damage on the move and down to 2 men. End up retreating at the long run. Infantry section over on the right-hand side engaging the Volks. We did see an incendiary grenade pop over here as the Volks managed to move them out of the way. And the Royal Engineers are going to move forward and try and catch those Volks and force them to retreat. Left-hand side, that Beaufort is pretty much left alone. It's a very ballsy and risky maneuver there for VindicareX, as, well, British emplacements are prime candidates to just continuously get shit on. But yeah, so far it does not look like Bert is inclined to do anything about it. He is getting himself a battle group headquarters, which obviously will help with the healing and such. But I'm assuming he's also going to be using that to get some type of indirect fire, maybe? We'll see what the plan is. Lux does end up moving backwards to the Mechanized Regiment headquarters, getting repaired. And we also see VindicareX bringing out a kind of late sniper. Interesting choice. 11-minute mark, bringing out a sniper. And the sniper, of course, doesn't have a lot to worry about at this point. Yes, the Lux can kill it, of course. I mean, Lux can kill anything. But he did take out the Cool Wagon. It is unlikely that Bird will be rebuilding it. So, yeah, Cool Wagon is essentially a sniper scout encounter. So, it's good that that's out of the field for him. Right-hand side, Lux going to be engaging the Royal Engineers as they try to capture the fuel. They decide, well, you can have the fuel. We're just going to retreat and head our way back home. And center map, the Storm Piles are going for the victory point as nobody was left there to defend it. Left-hand side. Oh. Wait, no, I already saw it. We'll see. Left-hand side, we see the Vickers machine gun aiming at the fuel point as we see a Volksgrenadier squad hiding behind in that house. Vickers machine gun still set up, going to be shooting at it easily. We see the Beauforts throwing a barrage behind the house, getting a good hit there on that Volksgrenadier squad, forcing it to retreat, even collapsing the house so that nobody can pop back into it and be annoying. That is the cool thing about the Beauforts, that it does have that artillery capability. Racketing Warfare for Bert is going to be moving over to the left-hand side, maybe trying to position itself to be able to take down the emplacement. Sniper moving around on the left-hand side. Hasn't gotten a single kill just yet, but that is to be expected. Point getting taken over on the left-hand side, so the Racketing Warfare has essentially revealed itself. Lux moving up, going to be trying to take out the sniper, ends up targeting the infantry section. As we have some Volksgrenadiers in the center. Sniper did take a shot, so that's good on it. And now the sniper is focusing on the Storm Piles as the Storm Piles try and close the distance. Get on top of it. AT gun takes a shot. The Lux gets hit, cloaks, but moves out of the way. And out of the field, we finally see the infantry support gun, as I assumed that he was going to be getting some type of indirect fire to try and combat the Beauforts. Center map, the infantry section trying to fight against the Volksgrens. Do manage to force the retreat, as of course they have the support of the sniper, but the Lux did lay into them. Not managing to kill anybody, but managing to do a little bit of extra damage there. And the Racketing Warfare getting spot out there in the open as it captures the point. Sniper trying to take a shot, but the weapon team has already retreated and is on its way back to the base. Relatively slow going kind of game. Infantry support gun now finally set up. Gonna be taking some shots at the Beauforts. Shooting at maximum range, however, so it is not gonna be very accurate at hitting. It's gonna get some hits here and there, do some splash damage, and slowly whittle it down. But it seems unlikely that it will be able to take it down in a timely fashion. Sandbags in the center getting destroyed by the Shrek of the own Volks. Second Volksgren squad going to be moving up to try and replace the cover. As the squad retreats, the Lux cloaking itself and moving forward. Going to be maybe trying to spot that sniper. Sniper taking some shots onto the center point as the Volksgrenadiers are trying to build. Royal Engineers catching the Lux, as the Lux is, well, forced to engage. AT gun getting some shots off on it on the side. And the Lux, very low in health, is going to be forced to retreat. Storm Pyro squad also forced to retreat. Infantry support gun still taking some shots at range. Again, not really able to do too much. The Royal Engineers are going to be quickly doing some repairs on the Bofors, and the Bofors will be quite fine. Bracket and Warfare being utilized while cloaking to cap over on the left-hand side, as we see that more tech, the company command post, has gone up for VindicareX, and he is now building himself. Is that the... Yeah, actually, I think that is. Yep, that is the Centaur. Nice. Haven't seen the Centaur being used in quite a while. And, yeah, it'll be a pleasant surprise to see it back in action. We'll see how well it performs after taking many nerf bats to the face. And it got toned down because, well, before it was just Centaur or nothing, right? So the Royal Engineers on the left-hand side catching that Rocket Warfare, forcing it to retreat. And they're going to get themselves capping. Luck's going to be moving up and maybe taking out the squad down to one man. Yeah, down goes the Royal Engineers. Overextending themselves, having no support and being very low in health. Royal Engineers now down. AT gun taking a good shot at the Lux. The Lux takes a shot from the sniper onto the rear armor. Second shot goes down. Oh, very low health. But the Lux managed to keep itself alive. Infantry section in the center down to one man. And the Centaur is now on the field. Let's see how well it performs. Sniper on the field, taking some shots at what it can. The Lux going to be moving up. The Sniper is nearby. Could actually potentially go and take out the Lux. No. Overextending itself there. Infantry section forced to retreat. Sniper is going to be moving up, but no. It's a little bit too late now. And will not be able to finish the job. Right-hand side, though. The Most Grenadier Squad with a Shrek gets taken out on the retreat by the Centaur. Centaur taking some hits, but of course it is still a big tank with a gun that can shred through infantry. And yeah, down it goes. Even the Shrek gets dropped onto the world. So VindicareX has himself a bit of a present there that he could pick up with anything. Does have a Royal Engineer Squad nearby that could go pick it up. Infantry sections are not nearby. They're currently back at base. But we do see an ability call in from something. Sniper? Yeah. Coordinated fire shoots the HQ howitzers.
The new engineer section is waiting for orders.
But they seem to be firing.
Emplacements are ready to stand fast.
Over here on the left-hand side. As the sniper retreats from the battlefield. Vickers machine gun does set up to cover the dropped Shrek. We do have a Royal Engineer Squad retreating from that path. And finally we see an infantry section moving in that direction. Probably going to be going and recovering that weapon, which would be excellent for VindicareX to have. AT gun trying to fight against the Lux, getting shot in the face, taking a lot of punishment. Going to be losing here against the Lux. Gets taken out, and the Lux manages to clear the weapon. Centaur still damaged over on the left-hand side, trying to hold the line, manages to do so against the Volks as they end up retreating. But the AT gun has been dropped on the field, and Vindicare will need to recover that. Shrek did get recovered there by VindicareX over on the right-hand side, so, you know, at least he does still have anti-tank capabilities with that. But yeah, those Royal Engineers need to go on the hunt. Panther, though, now on the field for Bert, as he does get the, where did he set it up? Oh, wait, never mind. That's not the standard Panther. That's the Command Panther. That's why it looks a little bit different. So, yeah, Bert going for the Special Operations Doctrine and getting himself the Panther Command Tank. Panther Command Tank trying to currently take down the Centaur. The Centaur managing to maneuver itself out of the way and actually stay alive against the Panther. Panther getting its turret locked. Turret traversal jammed. It needs to get it repaired to be able to turn, essentially, the turret. But it can still turn its body and be able to shoot in, you know, in one direction. Yeah, it's unjammed, so... Yeah, no, it's timed. It's not, you know, requiring of standard repairs. But anyways, so yeah, the infantry section with its Shrek managing to keep that Panther a little bit back.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
The Bofors, though, did take quite a beating and ended up going down. So VindicareX's left flank has been left open. Victory points are 401 to 331. Pretty much anybody's game. Currently in the lead for VindicareX. Infantry section in the center retreating. Infantry section in the center holding its ground. And on the right-hand side, the Vickers machine gun. Not currently set up, but has captured the victory point on the left. Centaur, though, did finally get repaired, so it's able to take some damage. And that is the benefit of the Centaur. It is a decently heavy tank compared to something like the Ostwind is actually able to take a lot more punishment. So, for example, with that Panther, it was actually able to take some direct hits and stay alive, as opposed to just being torn to shreds. So the Panther, moving over to the left-hand side, supporting with the Raketenwerfer. Kind of has an easy target here with the Centaur. The AT gun did get recovered, and we do have a second one on the field. So it's not, you know, that easy there for the Panther. Centaur again tearing into those Volkskrans. But the shots there from the Raketenwerfer and the Panther managing to do a lot of damage here to the Centaur. The Centaur trying to move back. The AT gun currently set right in front of it, unable to get a shot off on the Panther. Does get a shot off finally, managing to hit the Panther, but not before the Panther executes the Centaur, as it was a little bit too overextended there. Raketenwerfer also retreating as it gets assaulted there by the infantry sections and the Royal Engineers. Infantry section with its Shrek going to be moving up, getting some shots there on the Lux. Lux taking the shot in the face like a champ, managing to stay alive and getting more shots going. Shrek unable to land a good shot there, and the AT gun nailing a little bit extra damage. Sniper still on the field though for VindicareX. 13 kills so far, keeps getting shots into the center guys. Keeps getting hits, and keeps getting that attrition going, I suppose. So the command tank is supposed to do something as far as auras go, right? Movement speed and sight improvement. Is that really the only thing that it does? If you guys know the exact bonuses of the command tank, let me know. But improved sight and movement of vehicles. That's really the only thing it does, huh? Okay, well, I guess that's why we don't see it that often. So Royal Engineers over on the left-hand side going to be assaulted by the Volkskrans and the Raketenwerfer. The infantry support gun, though, is still on the field. We actually have two on the field for Bert, so that's how he was able to do a lot quicker work of that Bofors. Did kind of force, I mean, Vindicare kind of forced the hand there, forcing him to get that tech and get those units, so, you know, that's kind of nice. And VindicareX now has access to the AVRE. Now, the AVRE is similar in feel to the not the Brumbar, which I believe that's what I was thinking about before, but more to the Sturmtiger. Yeah, the unit's realizing, oh, that is an AVRE. We can't do shit against an AVRE. AVRE going to be pushed forward. Going to get a shot going on something here, maybe. Maybe he's going to be trying to target the infantry support guns. No, the infantry support gun's going to be moving the hell out of the way. And the AVRE decides, okay, fine. Just going to push forward, push everything back. Shot flies. Oof, the petard. That's a big explosion. Now it's nowhere near the explosion of the Sturmtiger. Whoa, that infantry section in the center, very low in health. Almost gets taken out, but stays alive. But it's still relatively powerful, so, you know. At least I'm pretty sure it's not as strong as the Sturmtiger, right? But it's similar in feel, basically. You know. A big, damaging shot, explosive, but very slow to fire, and but yeah, you gotta make sure that nothing is in range. So the Lux still being a pain in the ass there for VindicareX, has gotten 18 kills so far. The sniper ended up going down for VindicareX, and I didn't catch that, but that is unfortunate. Something got taken out, I believe, by the AVRE. Looks like to be a Volksgrenadier squad in the center. I'll catch it just so we can actually see it when it happens, rather than me looking after the fact. But yeah, the AVRE taking some damage. Royal Engineers quickly repairing, and yeah, I mean, as much as a bird is pushing, and you know the army values are similar, VindicareX is inflicting a lot of damage there with those
Heavy tank ready.
units.
Another job done well by sappers.
By sappers.
What are we shooting at this time?
So, left-hand side, infantry sections and AT guns moving forward. We do have the Lux still around with 18 kills so far. Volks Grenadiers, Storm Pios, and even the Racket and Warfare moving up on the flank. AT guns set up right there to get some shots on the Lux. Gets a good shot there straight through the front. Gonna be taking another second shot to the face. Risking itself, but it looks like it's not gonna be that big a deal. The Petard is gonna be moving up there. As the Panther moves back, Panther able to get some good shots going on the AVRE. Not going to be killing it unless it's left there a little bit too long, but, you know, does some damage that needs to get attended to in a timely fashion, or else. Right-hand side, we have some Royal Engineers just capturing territory. We had Volks Grenadiers, brand new Volks Grenadiers on the field, trying to capture some territory. Royal Engineers going to get on top of them and potentially do a lot of damage. We have an AT gun in infantry sections with the Shrek moving over on the left-hand side. Racket and Warfare caught a little bit behind the lines. It's a little bit exposed there. We see a Vickers machine gun going to be running straight at it and revealing it. We'll see if the AVRE is able to catch it and potentially destroy it. Ooh, nasty shots there by the Stuka. Getting a hit there on the AVRE. The AVRE now very low in health, but the Royal Engineers are still alive and capable of repairing. Vickers machine gun, though, manages to take out the Racket and Warfare, so the Racket and Warfare is now going to be on the hands of VindicareX. So that's a nice pickup for him. He's going to be able to do a lot with that. He's now going to have 3 AT guns essentially on the field. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of tough for Bert to deal with. The Panther, though, not going to have too much of a tough time doing it. Ooh, nice combo shot there by both of the 6-pounder gun and the Racket and Warfare. Bringing the Panther very low in health, as I was just saying that he wasn't going to have too much trouble with them. And, yeah, very nice. Volks Grenadiers on the left-hand side going for victory points. It looks like Bert is going to be making a push for the victory points. It's currently 356 to 287. Still anybody's game when it comes to that, but currently in the lead for VindicareX. Less than 100 points, though, so like I said, anybody's game. And the AVRE is there, is nearby. Could potentially throw a shot, but it looks like the Volks Grenadier squad decides to retreat instead. Shots continue to fly indirectly by the infantry support guns, actually hitting the AVRE and doing damage to its hull as it hits it in the rear, technically. But Royal Engineers are coming online, and they should be able to quickly repair that AVRE and bring it back in working order. So Bert currently does have an 89 pop cap versus 71 for Vindicare, so he is technically in the lead, which is nice for him, but we'll see. Storm Piles on the other side of the river, clearing out some mines as VindicareX laid out across the field, eating up his munitions there. We do have more mines laid down a little bit further back. And on the left-hand side, Racket and Warfare is currently retreating.
Can now use Pied launchers to take on armor and Bren guns for extra firepower.
So flares got tossed in this direction, revealing the territory there for Bert. Stuka barrage going off in the center direction, trying to catch the AT gun, the Storm Pios. Unable to do too much there. Lux moving forward, trying to catch the infantry section as it retreats. Manages to do so, but does not manage to finish it off. Down to 2 men, barely makes it out. And the Royal Engineers are currently clumped up with all the infantry here in the center, as everybody wants to die, I guess.
A capture point is being overrun.
So this is anti-building flame mortar support is only for shacks and things like that, because it's not going to attack enemy HQ. However, I'm assuming it can actually target the OKW trucks that are not in the HQ sector, like this one. Still, though, not that amazing, I suppose. So infantry support guns taking some shots and nailing the Royal Engineers. We see VindicareX deciding to fight mortar with mortar, as he's going to be building the 3-inch mortar emplacement. Interesting choice. Not a bad one, though, as it does allow him to technically combat them. We see the IR half-track on the field for Bert, revealing the position of enemy troops behind the wall. And we see the Panther and the Lux trying their best they can to penetrate the armor of the AVRE, but not really doing so. Shot's gonna fly. Boom, a good hit. Manages to get a couple kills, but not wiping the squad. Left-hand side, Rakuten Warfare moving forward. Infantry, well, not Royal Engineers, I mean. Next to them, Vickers machine gun across the field, fighting all over the place as the Royal Engineers lead the charge. Rakuten Warfare continues to push forward as we see the Stuka barrage going off, into the retreat path, managing to clear out the MG. No, the AT gun. MG a little bit behind it, still on the field. Infantry section going to be moving back, trying probably to recover that AT gun. And we'll probably be having to retreat. Rakuten Warfare getting caught there out in the open. The Lux will be doing quick work of it. Yep, there it goes. And the men get taken out. In center point, Storm Pios for Bert, trying to capture territory. Infantry sections with their Bren LMGs, trying to run through them. They will be able to do so. AVRE moving forward. Oof. Boom! That was a nice hit there for Vindicare. Clearing out a Storm Pile squad. Volksgrenadier squad with their Shreks moving forward. AT guns not in an angle there to shoot at the Panther. Managing to basically just get themselves killed off, since they were not looking in the right location. AT gun does get destroyed as well, so the Royal Engineers are unable to recover anything. And we also see the Vickers machine gun getting taken out. Second AT gun on the field, however, does get some shots from behind, managing to get some armor hits there and force them to back off a little bit. Royal Engineers not repairing the AVRE, moving out forward. It looks like they're desperately trying to go to recover some weapons. We do have the Rakuten Warfare still on the field. It could be stolen and recovered, but we'll see. Volksgrenadiers pushing forward. They're going to be engaging infantry sections with brands and everything. We do have that mortar emplacement on the field now for VindicareX. 1 kill so far, but seems to be doing quite a bit of damage. Stuka going to be throwing another barrage, I would assume, for Bert. Does throw some flares in this section to be able to reveal territory. And the Stuka manages to put itself right in the line of sight and gets insta-killed by everything, as we have and Bert saying, oh, yeah, I don't think that was intended by him. Again, one of those unfortunate potential pathing situations that you never be wanting to find yourself in the wrong end of. Still has those 2 infantry support guns, though, to be able to provide some indirect line of fire. And the IR half-track to reveal, from the other side of that hedge, essentially. Could do with moving it a little bit forward, I suppose. AVRE moves up, getting itself a little bit sandwiched there. The Panther going to be coming up behind it. The AVRE can shoot at the Panther, but, I mean, it's not going to do a lot. AT gun, however, is currently set up right there. Unfortunately, though, the retreating infantry section did have Piat on it, but, well, that's how it goes. AT gun, though, going to be forced to back off as Volksgrenadiers with Shreks are moving forward. The AVRE could move forward and try and petard it, but does not look like that is what it's going to do. AT gun gets cleared out by the Lux. The Lux could potentially target it and take it out completely. We do still have... No, we don't, actually. The Rakuten Warfare got recovered by Bert. He's currently back at the field, so... Back at the base, I mean, so... That's nice. Vickers machine gun over on the left-hand side gets taken out by the Lux. That is a great pickup there for Bert if he can take it. He doesn't have any access to MGs himself because of the Doctrine, so would be nice. VindicareX is just getting beaten down here. 58 pop cap total. AT guns are gone.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
MG being taken. Bert sitting at 76.
Replacements are ready to stand
Shredder
fast.
Panzer headquarters has gone down over on the far right hand side and is currently in the process of building himself another Panther. So he's going to have double Panthers, one of them being the command tank, which is very nice. But we'll see how that works.
Tank ready.
What effect is this one? So you can designate it as a command vehicle, but it does reduce its movement.
Enemy
Makes it
close
shoot
control.
more slowly, but
Take them
I
on
wonder if
points.
that actually affects the ability. I would assume not, but maybe it does. Still, though, you want to be able to get that petard in range quickly to get the shot off and then move back rather than be a lumbering hunk. So the Vickers machine gun again left on the world over on the left-hand side. The Volksgrenadiers are deciding, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and salvage it. Not a good idea, though, as the mortars are currently shooting at me, so let's go ahead and just target the weapon itself. Fortunately, though, there for Bert,
Now capture point.
his vehicles and infantry can't shoot for shit and are just attacking the ground in front of it. As the infantry section over on the left-hand side is moving up to attack the Volksgrenadiers. Shots flying from the Piats on the Royal Engineers, trying to get some hits.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
And we see the infantry support guns getting some shots going on the mortars. There we go. The weapon finally goes down as the second Panther makes its way and forces the engagement. So VindicareX is building himself something. Is that the Comet? Yep, building himself a Comet tank, seeing if he can potentially win with that. He does still have the AVRE, which is very good against infantry. Comet is also very good against everything, pretty much, right? Or I also remember it got changed, but I don't remember how drastically it got changed. Didn't get to see it in action too much. And then all of a sudden, nobody was playing Brits. But anyways, though, the Panthers do move up and manage to clear out the mortar emplacement. Royal Engineer squad over on the left-hand side gets caught out of position, retreating too late, and gets taken down on the retreat. So VindicareX now coming up from behind in a very losable position, essentially. Let's see if the Comet is able to really turn the tide. I don't know, however, because there are two Panthers on the field. If it was only one Panther, maybe that could have actually been the thing, but, well, we'll see. VindicareX currently at 210 points, while Bert sits comfortably at 265. Still technically anybody's game, because it's only about 50-point difference. However, you know, Bert has managed to swing it around, which means VindicareX is bleeding quickly. He is currently on the wrong side of a triple cap, which is not going to go very well for him.
200 points remaining.
Volksgrenadiers moving up on the AVRE. The AVRE, just by sheer presence, makes them retreat. Second Volksgren squad gets another shot going off on it. And the petard, unable to really do too much. The Panthers trying to get their hits going, but the AVRE, like I said, too strong there, and it's just able to absorb the hits. However, the Panthers are still on the hunt. The AT guns currently set up, trying to see if they can stop them. Oh, rear armor going off on the Panther. The Panther takes a shot to the rear. Comet getting some shots from behind. Might be able to take out the command tank. The second Panther, though, is currently on the hunt for the petard. Engaged. Oof, and down goes the AVRE. The Panther up in the north. Currently fighting with the Comet. The Comet unable to get the final penetration that he needs. It's getting shot on the sides there by the other tank. Oh, the Comet's just whiffing its shots. Keeps getting shot back. The second Panther moves up from behind. Gets up behind the Comet, and oh my god, I think, yeah, it's going to go down. Second Panther now on the hunt. Going to be taking a shot to the rear, and down goes the Comet. And with that goes down really any hope of winning for VindicareX. Oh my god, the throws. Oh, GG. And there goes the game as Vindicare throws in the towel, and oof, yeah, that was just brutal there at the end. But yeah, very nice by Bert for getting those two Panthers. Those were Game enders there. Anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.